Good morning, my name is Tria Agustin and I'm going to present my research entitled The Effectiveness of Small Group Discussion to Improve Students' Reading Skills in Recount Text at 7th grade of SMPN 9 Tarakan. Chapter 1 Introduction Background. English is one of language used to communicate in the world as an international language. Therefore, English becomes a very important thing to learn because people around the world communicate with others using English. Furthermore, there are 4 basic skills should be mastered, such as speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Reading is one of skills which need an ability to master, because reading is not as simple as it heard. Reading is not merely about an ability to read the text, but also an ability to comprehend the text. USA 2017. Reading often considered as the difficult skill. The learner cannot get the reading achievement, which is the most important aspect in reading comprehension, especially in English. It can enlarge their knowledge, also add some vocabularies of English, and get information. When read, we use our eyes to receive written symbols, letters, punctuation marks, and spaces, and we use our brain to convert them into words, sentences, and paragraphs that communicate something to us. From reading, students are able to get complete understanding of the text. Besides that, a method of manage the classroom also can support the improvement of students' ability in reading. One of them is the use of cooperative learning through small group discussion method. Small group discussion refers to the interaction among 3 or more people who are connected through a common purpose, mutual influence, and shared identity. Research problem. The problem discussed in the study area as follows. Thus, the small group discussion can improve students' reading skills in written text. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Defining the meaning of small group discussion and reading skills. Small group discussion. Faisal and Solah M. 2020 state that small group discussion is a method of learning that provides opportunities for students to learn more actively, to work together in groups to achieve a set goal. Reading skills. Reading is an exercise dominated by the eyes and the brain. When reading, readers use their eyes to receive written symbols, letters, punctuation marks, and spaces, and they use their brain to encode or convert them into words, sentences, and paragraphs. Recount text. Tria 2017 describes that recount text is a text that telling about something which happened in the past to other people, either by speaking or writing, or retelling past experience to other people about an information of what occurred and when it occurred in chronological order. The generic structure of recount text. First is orientation. Usually at the first paragraph, tells who was involved, what happened, and when it happened. The second is event, tell what happened in chronological sequence. And the last is reorientation, usually as the last section of the paragraph. Teaching use small group discussion in reading class. Teaching small group discussion is the process of action that is done by the teacher in order to train the students to work in group consisting 3 to 4 students, where they can share their ideas to each other and achieve mutual goal. Additionally, teaching small group discussion in reading class means that the student will be trained to catch the meaning of the text and write out the content of the text together with their friends by paying attention to the content and vocabulary based on Curriculum 2013 as cited in Sundiawan 2013. In small group discussion, the students will be trained to comprehend the meaning of the text by sharing and discussing their ideas with other members in group. Small group discussion technique will be conducted after pre-test has been done first, and then In order to check students' reading comprehension after being taught by using small group discussion, post-test will be administered. Theoretical framework input the effectiveness of small group discussion to improve student reading ability in pre-context, and the problem in student reading skill. Control class is student in pre-test and experiment class is student in post-test. The output is students' reading ability in pre-context through small group discussion. Chapter 3, Research Method. First is research design. The researcher used quantitative research as an approach and experimental research as a type of research. The study named quantitative because its main method of numerical data, numbers, processed by the statistical method. This research was conducted using an experimental design to determine the number of students in pre- and post-test and to find out the effectiveness of small group discussion in improving students' ability in reading of pre-context. The second is research setting and subject. 7th grade students of SMP and 9 Tarakan. The third is research instrument. The research instruments will be used in the study as reading test, survey, scoring sheet, observation sheet, and questionnaire to find out students' ability and their opinion about the effect of small group discussion for the lessons. And the last is technique of data analysis. The techniques of data analysis are used by the researchers in this research area are data condensation, which the researcher chooses and simplifies the data from observation, interview, and documentation. Data display, which the researcher displays the data which is taken from observation, interview, and documentation. Then drawing and verifying conclusion, which the researcher makes a summary from the research. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation. Thank you for the opportunities that has given to me. And if there